The Battle of Lützen, 1632. For 30 years, Europe burned. The 30 Years' War was not just a war of armies and survival, but a war of faith between Catholicism and Protestantism. The entire regions of Germany were devastated, cities reduced to ash, villages erased from the map. Famine followed armies, disease followed famine, and death followed everything. By the time it neared its end, millions were gone, a continent reshaped through suffering beyond imagination. One of the most decisive battles of this brutal war took place on a plain near a small town, Lützen, not far from Leipzig. It was November 16th, 1632. But that morning, a thick fog and smoke rose from the burning of Lützen by the imperial army of the Holy Roman Empire covered everything. Men could not see the enemy, only hear them. And soon, they would feel them. 40,000 soldiers of both sides were preparing for the battle that could change the outcome of war. For the Imperial Army, it was a battle for survival. They recently lost their main commander, Count of Tilly. Outnumbered, demoralized, total defeat here, most likely the end of their course. For the Swedes, it was the decisive battle that they were searching to end the war after their famous victories in Breitenfeld, Battle of Rhein, and the River Lech. They were in high morals. On one side stood Gustavus Adolphus, the Lion of the North, the King of Sweden, new protector of Protestantism, of course. A king and a military genius. His modern tactics had already changed warfare forever. Facing him, Albrecht von Wallenstein, commander of the imperial armies of Emperor Ferdinand II of Holy Roman Empire, a strategist from Bohemia, known for patience, precision, and ruthlessness. As the fog began to lift, the battle erupted. Cannons thundered, muskets cracked, men collided in smoke and steel. At first, the Swedish army pushed forward, but then reinforcements arrived, led by Gottfried Heinrich Graf zu Pappenheim. His sudden arrival strengthened the imperial lines, and for a moment, the tide of the battle began to turn. Then came the moment that would define the battle. Gustavus Adolphus led a charge into the fog and smoke. During the fighting, he was shot in the arm. Wounded, he began to withdraw, but in the chaos, he became separated from his army. With only a small group of his entourage, he rode into uncertainty. Out of the fog emerged imperial cavalry. They did not recognize him at first. A shot rang out. It struck him in the back. As the enemy closed in, his bodyguards fled. The king was alone. Another shot. He fell from his horse. Wounded, helpless. A soldier approached him and asked who he was, and he answered, "I was the King of Sweden." Moments later, he was shot again in the temple, and the Lion of the North was dead. On the field you see here, this legendary battle took place, a battle that changed the course of the 30 Years' War, the history of Germany, and maybe the history of the world itself. More than 8,000 soldiers died here, and even today, some of their remains can still be seen in a small museum nearby. Somewhere on this ground, the Lion of the North lost his life. Here stands the memory of Gustavus Adolphus. He and Wallenstein fought for what they believed was right, for faith, for power, for freedom. But their struggle also brought devastation that shaped Europe for centuries to come. And it reminds us still that even the greatest victories are often written in blood.